Welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My guest this evening is Pastor Chris Horvath from the First Church in Clinton, and we're going to talk about the church and the church fair for the next half hour. Pastor Chris, welcome. How are you?
Oh, Pete, it's great to see you.
Hey, buddy, how are you? Good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for coming.
It's an honor to be here. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. What's new?
Yeah, oh my gosh.
There's a lot new.
So much, so much. We'll talk about the summer fair that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
It's a really big event.
Yeah.
But there have been so many changes in the church during the past few years, and we're very pleased at a lot of the progress that's being made in our mission, our ministries, and we're just very, very happy now that we're back together after the worst part of the COVID pandemic. I know that we're still going through this, but at least we're back together in our sanctuary.
Right.
And we're worshiping, and we have our programs getting back on track. So it's a very exciting time for us. Exactly. So we're very happy. So,
now, how long have you been pastor?
I've been pastor of First Church in Clinton for over 19 years.
Wow.
So it feels like, sometimes it feels like 19 minutes, sometimes it feels a little bit longer than that.
Right.
But 19 years, it's hard to believe. I came in 2003.
Okay.
And time has gone by very, very quickly. I've really grown very attached to the people, love them dearly. We work very closely together. And I love the community of Clinton.
Oh, absolutely.
What a wonderful place to live and to be. It really is. Absolutely. So my wife, Carol, and I enjoy it very, very much.
I've met Carol many times.
You have, yeah. She loves you. She adores you. So yeah, she really loves it here in Clinton as well.
Because Carol, your wife, and my mother actually work together in a at another place.
They do. They do. So they have a great time together.
Oh, absolutely.
Selling chocolates, I believe.
Somewhere. I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what the little birdie told me in my ear. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about the congregation and how many members you have, and maybe a little bit about the church.
Well, Pete, right now we have over 300 members.
Wow.
We had some more, but because of the pandemic, we've had some serious illness in our church. We've had people who have moved away as well, but we have new people who are coming in. Okay. So we're in a transitional period. We have very good lay leadership in the church.
Yeah.
People work quite well together, and we work on projects. We have a medical equipment loan program.
Okay.
So we have medical equipment that we loan out to people in need in our community. We have rollators, wheelchairs, transport chairs that we allow people to borrow at no cost whatsoever. We do ask them if they can to bring it back, and people are very generous to give a donation every once in a while. So we have that program going on, and we have a small army of people who really work on that as well. And we have the food pantry. We are serving over 300 families every week.
Oh, wow.
Bob Eberg, who is the pantry director, and his army of volunteers do a tremendous job.
Absolutely.
And again, we have people who are very generous in donating food, making sure that the pantry is stocked. During the past week and this week, the pantry has been closed as we set up for the summer fair.
Right.
But we have a lot of people coming in on Wednesdays. It opens up at about 3 o'clock.
Yep. And
goes to around 6. Okay. So we have that going on, and we also own the Academy building.
You do?
And Kids Connection is renting it there, and Laura Atanasio is the director.
Sure.
And she's doing a great job with the kids there, and we're very pleased to have them
Absolutely.
And listening to all the wonderful music and seeing the dance sequences and the acting that they do.
Absolutely. So. From what I understand, we've got a fair this weekend.
We do. It's here. It is hard to believe. We did have the fair last year. We had to cancel it a couple of years ago because of the pandemic.
Right.
But we have the fair this weekend. We're doing something different. We've got it on Saturday and Sunday. In the past, we've had it on Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
But we're opening up on Saturday, and we're continuing it on Sunday.
Okay.
We're going to have a brief worship service Sunday morning. We're changing the time to 9 o'clock. We usually have worship at 10 o'clock.
Right.
So this Saturday, the 13th, the times are 10 o'clock. I've got a flyer right here that helps to remind me.
Absolutely. Go
10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, it goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
So it's August 13th and 14th this year. This is our 68th fair that we're doing in Clinton.
Wow.
So we're very excited about it.
Now, how did the idea of the fair come about? 68 years ago, they had a bunch of people who wanted to do something.
They did. They wanted to get together. They wanted to have a fair, see how it. They started off very small with some food and some games for children. But it just grew and it mushroomed and it just became a huge fellowship program for the community of Clinton.
Absolutely.
So we're just so happy that we can continue it and have it. So we have 50 handcraft vendors who are showing up. And these vendors, most of whom are very loyal to the fair, they are showing up and they have all of these handcrafts, jewelry items, woodworking, photography, handmade dresses and clothes. So they're all set up on the front lawn of the church on Meeting House Hill right there. So we make sure that they're happy and that they're all set so they come in. And we have a few new vendors coming in every year too. Right. So we have our vendors. We have a giant tag sale. We have so many things to offer. We have the motto that if you don't need it, we don't have it. We don't need, we have everything that you need. So we have so many items that are being offered. Everything from kayaks to sporting equipment. So we have that going on as well. So there's the giant tag sale.
Okay.
We have all kinds of food. We have fried dough, hot dogs, burgers, fries, ice cream, and we have a Saturday breakfast, 8 a.m.
Okay.
And a dip supper on Saturday night from 5 to 7. And we have a big area that Carol and I are in charge of the children's activities.
All right.
Right in front of the parsonage. So we've got a couple of bouncy houses set up.
Nice.
We've got a cornhole game. We've got popcorn. We've got Meg's Point. They're coming too.
The Nature Center? Oh, okay.
They're coming and they're going to set up part of their nature center right there on the parsonage,
cool.
Parsonage front lawn. So we have Bob Hale.
Absolutely.
Coming as well, and he's going to do his magic show on Saturday. He came last year and kind of helped to save the fair. He really did a wonderful job with the kids. And then we have the engine room coming later on Saturday, and Kids Connection is also going to do a small production, and that's going to be on Sunday afternoon. And we have baked goods, toys and books and
Wow.
toys. So we have a lot going on in the fair, and we've got plenty of parking. We're going to be using the parking over at Pearson School and use it over at Town Hall.
It's Town Hall parking.
So we've got plenty of space for people to come and just park and to be and to enjoy the day.
Absolutely.
And the weather sounds like it's going to be good.
I was going to say, hopefully the weather breaks and it's not as hot and as humid.
It's going to be a little
been
cooler.
For the last
It's going to be
8 days.
It's going to be a little cooler. So I think we'll get a couple of thunderstorms that will clear everything out this week.
Exactly.
So we're going to be doing fine.
I was by the church the other day and I saw them stringing the lights.
We got the lights strung up.
They were hanging lights.
I know. I think the lights are part of our best marketing and advertising.
Yeah, right.
People see the lights go up, they know that we're serious about the fair.
Exactly.
And that it's really going to, it's really going to happen this year.
Absolutely.
So we're really getting ready, and we're very excited about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now, how did the church survive during the pandemic when it first started to where we are now? Obviously, you guys did church virtually.
We had to stop having indoor worship services in the sanctuary.
Sure.
We wanted to make sure that people were going to be safe. And what we did was we had videos that we posted of our worship services. And after a while, when people felt a little more comfortable, we had worship services outside on the front lawn.
Okay.
And that was very interesting to do. People would still be wearing their masks.
Right.
Masking is still optional in the church. There are some folks who will wear them when they come. But we had worship services out on the front lawn. And when it got a little chilly, and it did in the fall and early winter, then we were able to go to video live streaming.
Right.
And we put in the technology equipment that has really helped us out.
Really?
So people can be at home, and there are members that we have living in Maine and state of Washington and in Florida. They will tune in and will watch us at 10 a.m. So we were able to make do, but it was so great that we were able to come back into the sanctuary and worship and be together. So
Absolutely.
we're able to do that.
Absolutely.
But in the early going, when there was so much illness and sickness, we wanted people to be safe, and so we did not have indoor services.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pastor Chris, would you mind sticking around for another segment?
Well, okay.
All right, we'll be right back.
That. Okay.
Smart TVs and streaming services have taken over the television industry. VSC TV is proud to announce our presence on Apple TV and Roku to make watching your favorite shows even easier. You can access this service by downloading the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Then choose Valley Shore Community TV from the list of channels. Select VSC TV Live to watch our channel in full HD. Or pick a show from our on-demand video library. VSC TV is your local Connecticut Midshore Valley digital connection.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Chris Horvath, who is the pastor of the First Congregational Church of Clinton. Pastor Chris, welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Pete.
Thank you, sir.
I've got to tease you a little bit.
Of course you do.
that.
Of course you do. Now, Chris, tell us a little. I understand let's open up this segment. I understand you guys are looking at having, I believe it's the steeple repaired?
We are. We
talk about
are doing a number of restorations in the church building, in the meeting house itself. We have, it's an older building. It was put up in 1837, the sanctuary part.
Yeah.
The newer edition was put up in 1999.
Okay.
And we had some moisture problems in our fellowship hall and the newer part. And so we had to rectify and correct that, which we believe that we have done. We've also put in a new flooring in the fellowship hall.
Okay.
And the big project really is with the church tower, with the steeple itself, where the clock mechanism is. And there has been a lot of leakage. We've had some moisture problems going on there. And so we are looking into how we can correct that and restore that. We want to keep the church building, the meeting house, as it is.
Right.
We want to make sure that we restore it and renovate it properly. This is the fourth meeting house that we have had in our church's history, going back to 1667. And this one, this meeting house has really lasted the longest, since 1837. So it's almost 200 years old.
Wow.
So we are asking for community help and support if people can help us with the restoration. If they can please be generous enough to support us, we would really appreciate anything that people can do. So we're looking into that, and down the road a bit, we want to get the clock going as well. That's really the face of our church.
Absolutely. To
Clinton. And we compare the steeple, the tower, to being a beacon of light. Since we are the spiritual foundation for the community, we want to continue being a beacon of light to everyone in the town. And the meeting house itself is such a beautiful structure, both inside and outside. And people come from far and wide to come to worship and to admire it. And in the rest of our church building, we have, we're always open to recovery groups meeting there, to other community groups coming in. So we're always open to Clinton.
Right.
So we want to keep it up. It's a big job.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a big job as these places of worship get older. We certainly want to maintain their integrity and make sure that they're okay. Clinton has so many, as Killingworth does as well, and along the shoreline has so many older homes, and people know what it takes to renovate them and to restore them. So that's what we're going to be doing, and hopefully we can really tackle that this fall and get to work. We also have a memorial walkway that we are going to put in the front part of the building. Jeff Stevens is helping us with that. He's been wonderful to us. So people have donated bricks in memory and in honor of loved ones, and so we're going to be placing those bricks as kind of a walkway right in front of the building. We do have excellent lighting along the walkways too, so I think this will look even more special when we finally get it done.
Absolutely. And the piece of property that the church is on with the front lawn is absolutely beautiful. I was there.
Thanks, Pete.
I was there recently back in March or April for the Easter egg event with the...
You were in on the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, we were on the Easter egg hunt because Mom was working, so I got...
Oh, your mother was great. I mean, she was all dressed up and part working with the Lions Club too. And the Lions Club that's a great organization as well.
Absolutely.
They organize the Easter egg hunt every every year, and the children really enjoy that very much. So we had chocolate everywhere.
Oh, God.
Every once in a while, a week or two after the Easter egg hunt, I'll find a piece of chocolate here and there that one of the kids hadn't found yet.
Even though they were running around yelling,
right,
get all these chocolate eggs off the lawn.
I know, I let it go, but yeah. And out on the front lawn too, I should mention that the chestnut oak tree that's there is the second oldest chestnut oak in the state of Connecticut.
Really?
And that's well over 300 years old.
Wow.
And we had a young man do a Boy Scout Eagle project in building a memorial around the chestnut oak. Charles J. Hill did that for his Eagle Scout project.
Oh, cool.
And so we have the chestnut oak out there. And I should mention as well the Boy Scout Troop number 7 and Cub Scout Pack 7 are also there in the church. We sponsor them, and a young man by the name of Ben Snow is doing his Eagle Scout project in restoring and building picnic tables for us, and that he's going to be doing that.
Is that Jim's grandson?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, just before the summer fair, so we'll have hopefully a couple of picnic tables that Ben and his group are going to be making for us. And they're very active in helping us out a great deal, too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the fair's coming up this weekend.
Fair's coming up this weekend. Really looking forward to it. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
It's a great fellowship event. The money that is raised helps our church's ministries and our mission projects that goes through, is extended through the community of Clinton, and then out into the world as well. So.
Now, one thing we didn't talk about, let's talk about the mission project that the church sponsors. Tell us about it.
Well, our mission is very active. Not only do we sponsor and host and help out the Clinton Food Pantry and the recovery groups, but we're also looking for ways that we can and also have the medical equipment loan program that's very much part of our mission program, but we're always looking for ways that we can help other groups, other organizations. In the past, we've sent money to Doctors Without Borders. We've sponsored mission trips, the Pennsylvania, Maryland, throughout Appalachia, as well as to Ecuador. I've been to Ecuador 6 times in helping people there. So whatever we can do, wherever we see a need, we will be there to try to help out as much as possible.
Absolutely. We've got a little bit more time left, but before we say goodnight, and let's talk about the fair one more time coming up this weekend. What do we got in store?
Well, we have 50 vendors. We have giant tag sale. We've got food booths. We've got a wonderful children's area. We've got Saturday morning breakfast. I know that I'm going to forget some things, so I got to look at this.
No, go ahead.
So we've got the dip supper Saturday night. We've got live music and entertainment with Bob Hale, the Engine Room, Kids Connection. Baked goods, books, toys, everything you can imagine, everything you possibly need, we have. It's going to be great. And if you come, I'll get you. You've got fried dough on me or clam chowder.
All right.
Whatever you would like, Pete.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris. Hey, Chris, let me ask you this. We had a little bit more time left. How did the dip supper come about? Because
that's been going on for years. You know, there are people who come just for the dip supper.
Right, exactly.
And people in the church will make up dishes, everything from potato salad, baked beans, all variety of meat dishes, salads, desserts, of course, things to drink. And people go through a line, and the volunteers will dip out some food and put it right on your plate very carefully. Everybody is gloved. Everybody is, we're all making sure that everything is clean, everything is good. And then so you just pay a certain amount for each dip that's put on your plate, and you get an excellent meal.
Oh, absolutely.
For very little money.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a great meal. And Patty Walton and her group are organizing that as well.
Okay.
So that's a lot of fun.
And one more
really
time
good.
with the details of the fair before we say goodnight.
It's Saturday, August 13th, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, August 14th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Worship service is 9 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Okay.
And we have events going right through the weekend.
Cool.
So it's great.
Excellent. Well, Pastor Chris Horvath, thanks for some time.
Oh,
Hopefully we'll
Pete,
see you again
great
soon.
to be here. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
inviting
Chris.
me. Really, Pete.
Thanks.
Take care. God bless.
You got it. Thank you, sir. On behalf of Chris Horvath, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks. Good night. We'll see you next time.